Republican State Representative Mark Bourne. Now, according to Wright, Wisconsin, so far we have seen thousands of individuals follow the FSET program and secure employment as a result. Now, it is important we continue to enact reforms and transition people from reliance on government to independence. That's the whole key. Now, why did these 15,000 people didn't go out there and try to live up to the requirement? Well, there's various reasons for it. You know, one of the reasons is, well, I deserve this. Y'all deserve to pay for me, kind of attitude. And of course, there were those that probably thought, I ain't getting no job. I don't need no job. There was that attitude, I'm sure. And there was probably the attitude, well, we really don't need it. I really don't need it anyway. Trust me, those are the main reasons. The new rules required able-bodied adults without children to work at least 80 hours a month or be actively seeking employment. Now, 80 hours a month is basically 20 hours a week. It's part-time. Go get a job at Burger King. Couldn't even do that. You know, hey, especially if they're going to be demanding to get $15 an hour. Now, the federal government used to require similar requirements, but began granting waivers to states in response to the 2007 recession. States like Louisiana have let their waivers expire. Other states have also considered doing the same. The food stamp program is officially known as the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, or SNAP. It is run by the United States Department of Agriculture in partnership with state agencies. While many were dropped, approximately 4,500 recipients in the state were able to find work through a new job training program. Roughly 770,000 state residents receive food stamps. Well, that's almost 1 million people in a medium-sized state like Wisconsin. We're supposed to feel like we're supposed to. Oh, good grief! There's a video that just flashed across my screen about Sean King. For those of you who don't know, Sean King is one of those white people that try to pretend to be black. I can't, and they you know, their relatives and their parents come forward and say, no, there was a woman that was like that too. There ain't no black in our family. And they're like, I'm black, man, I'm black. You know, no, you got a good tan, but you ain't black. Here's something that was kind of interesting. Sweden. Dateline Sweden, 14,000 illegals disappear without a trace. Yes, 14,000 people that were on the list or rolls to be deported and sent back disappeared in Sweden. They don't know where they went. You know, we're starting to see that here in the United States. People are disappearing, coming over. You know, refugees, that type of thing. You know, supposedly we're tracking them. They disappear. And then, you know, the people in charge of tracking these people, like the FBI, they tell us, well, you know, now they have rights. No, they don't have any rights. They're not citizens yet. And if a citizen tried to, you know, look, they all have to do a certain thing. They all have to remain where they're placed. If you were a parolee and you tried doing that, oh, they would hunt you down. But, you know, hey, refugee, potential terrorist, no big deal. No big deal at all. Let them disappear now, and now they've got 14,000 missing in Sweden, and they don't know what to do about it. Well, I tell you what, you start sending the rest of them back. You don't invite any more back in. San Francisco Chronicle. This is now. Remember this story here. Now, see this right here. This is why I don't want to go back to San Francisco. As much as I like the city, as much as I like the attractions, the Golden Gate and Alcatraz and the waterfront, the wharf, and all that, and that kind of thing, I don't want to go back to the city proper of San Francisco. I could spend all my time in Sausalito, really, but I don't. I don't think there was a hotel in Sausalito, which is right across the bay. The bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge, connects Sausalito and San Francisco. On one end is San Francisco of the bridge, and the other end is Sausalito, basically. But I don't recall there being. I had this. I got a picture of it, of this wonderful wine that I had in Sausalito, and I don't think I can get it here. And I'm not a really big white wine fan, but it was a white wine. It was quite lovely. But that's not the issue here. Issue here is San Francisco is becoming a complete. Now, it is one of the top tourist destinations in our country. Now, can you imagine people going to this city and thinking that this is what the rest of the United States is like? This is representative of the United States as a whole? But San Francisco is one of these ultra-liberal run cities that they're destroying themselves. It's absolutely unbelievable. But here's the story. Complaints skyrocket over syringes on the streets in San Francisco. Now, when I was there, and it's now going on 3 years since I was there last, I have never seen so many homeless people in my entire life. Just out in the open. All kinds of them. Some of them clearly had mental issues. And some of them didn't have any mental issues. They were just probably down on their luck, or they just chose to be on the street. But they were all over. It didn't matter where you went in the city. As far, where we went when we were there, there was homeless people everywhere. I mean, there was homeless people in what is it? The BART system, the BART stations, the mass transit station. And this one this one gentleman. And I'm not using the term loosely. He was a homeless man, but he was very gentlemanly. He assisted and helped us to purchase our BART tickets so we could use the BART system. Now, we didn't really need his assistance, but he gave us the assistance anyway. And naturally, of course, after he gave us this assistance, what happens? Oh yeah, you feel kind of obligated to give them a tip. So we all did give him a tip. Now, not knowing whether or not, now considering that he did act very gentlemanly, he acted coherently. He did not seem to be under the influence. He seemed to have all his mental capacities about him. But nonetheless, he was rather expectant of that tip. He did not say it, but he inferred it in a gentlemanly manner, of which we all complied and thanked him. But that's not the type of thing that tourists want to be inundated with when they arrive and try to get around San Francisco. The last thing that they want to see when walking in San Francisco, of course, you're not walking in the streets in your bare feet, but still, you don't want the potential of syringes, used needles lying all over the place. So this is a liberal city. Remember, this is a sanctuary city here where illegal immigrants, illegal aliens are free on the streets to kill and maim and rob legal citizens within the city. But here's the story. There is little in life that Amos Howard resents more than used needles in the streets. Now, he's a public works worker. And another one, Ty, I cannot pronounce his last name, Auimatagi, collects dirty needles from a fountain at Ewan Plaza in San Francisco. He says when he arrives at work, the first thing he does is get rid of the used needles. So overnight, these people are surrounding the fountain, a very popular. I know the fountain they're talking about, a very popular. I don't remember seeing. Well, it was during the day, so they probably got them cleaned up by then. But I don't remember seeing 3 years ago, so 3.5 years ago, seeing needles all over the place. But it's the first thing he does when he gets to work is to clean up the used needles. I mean, this is a liberal-run city, an ultra-liberal-run city in a left-wing liberal-run state. And the first thing that these municipal and city and park workers have to do when they arrive on their job every morning is to clean up the needles lying all over the place in the city, in the Bay City. I don't know about you, but that's not someplace I want to go on vacation. It doesn't mean I don't want to go to California, although Jerry Brown is making it very difficult for me to want to visit it there again. But I don't need to go into the city proper in order to have a good time in California. I'll just spend all my time in Napa and maybe the Central Valley and go visit the giant redwoods and the giant cedars out there. Magnificent tree. If you've never seen the giant forest, those trees are absolutely amazingly, humongously huge. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful things. If they were creatures, animals, but you kind of sense and feel the life that they have. They are living things after all. But majestic. Just absolutely beautiful. It's unbelievable. These things are as tall as, 30-story buildings. Schoolgirl found hanging from tree. This is from the mirror.co.uk. Schoolgirl found hanging from a tree after suffering from a rare allergic reaction to Wi-Fi. I didn't know there was such a thing. But don't doubt me, folks. Now that it's come to light that people can be allergic to Wi-Fi signals, it means that there's probably going to be some sort of government regulation that starts coming down the pike in order to prevent people from having allergic reactions to Wi-Fi. Teenage schoolgirl, she was found hanging from a tree after she began suffering from an allergic reaction to Wi-Fi. It left Jenny Fry with crippling headaches, tiredness, and bladder problems brought on by electro-hypersensitivity, EHS. Did you know that you could be, at some point in your life, hypersensitive to such things? I did not know that. Well, we are out of here, folks. We will see you again tomorrow. Until then, have a wonderful night. I'm Rod Eccles. I'm out.
Zinc Media. Feel the power of knowledge.